Hello guys, welcome back my channel.
Welcome to
Wow.
the ultimate showdown between two titans of the ring. Randy Orton, the calculating strategist, and Kevin Owens, the powerhouse brawler. Who will emerge victorious in this explosive matchup? Don't miss a single second of this thrilling contest. Let the battle commence. Owens immediately took control by cornering Orton and pounding away at him until the Viper could escape into the crowd. This enraged Owens, who continued to taunt him, even climbing up the steel steps to confront Orton. Back inside the ring, the action intensified with Owens targeting Orton's neck and back. The crowd began chanting, "Kaio is gone, kill him," as he slammed Orton to the mat and went for the cover. However, Orton managed to kick out the near fall.
Wow.
Energized Owens, who performed a stunner on Orton and sent him crashing through the announce table. As the match continued, the crowd grew restless and began chanting both Kaio and Orton's gone, kill him in unison. The Viper eventually managed to make a comeback and hit Owens with a superplex off the top rope, but Owens somehow managed to kick out just before the 3 count, determined to secure the victory. Orton attempted the elevated DDT maneuver, but Owens countered and delivered a stunner out of nowhere, sending Orton crashing to the ground. With the crowd on their feet, Owens went for the cover, but Orton kicked out at the last possible second. Both wrestlers were visibly exhausted and the crowd was going wild, unsure of who would emerge victorious. However, Owens refused to give up and launched himself off the top rope with a cannonball, taking out both Orton and the referee. Despite being dazed, Owens managed to crawl over to Orton and attempt the cover, but the Viper somehow kicked out again. Sensing an opportunity, Owens went for another stunner, but Orton reversed it and hit a draconian dropkick to Owens' face. Both wrestlers were down, but Orton got up first and went for the RKO. Owens countered and sent him to the canvas with a pop-up power slam. The crowd was on its feet, anticipating the finish. Owens went for the cover, but Orton managed to kick out at the last second. Owens couldn't believe it and screamed in frustration. Orton took advantage of the distraction and rolled up Owens for a small package, managing to get the 3 count despite Owens' protests. The crowd was stunned into silence as Orton picked up the win. From the opening bell, it was clear that Kevin Owens came to fight. He cornered Randy Orton and unleashed a flurry of punches that sent the Viper reeling. Not satisfied with just fists, Owens followed up with a ferocious kick to Orton's already vulnerable back, sending him crashing to the canvas. The crowd roared with approval as Owens continued to dominate, taunting Orton with ease. Owens wasn't done yet! He climbed up the steel steps and jumped onto the ring post, further antagonizing Orton. And when the Viper tried to escape, Owens pulled him back in and continued the assault. The action spilled outside the ring as Owens smashed Orton into the announce table. But Orton managed to counter and send Owens crashing into the steel ring steps. Back in the ring, Owens continued to target Orton's injured neck and back, keeping the champion grounded and unable to mount a comeback. As the match wore on, the crowd chanted, "Kaio is gonna kill him," sensing a potential upset. But Orton managed to break free and hit a signature power slam on Owens, sending a jolt of electricity through the crowd. But Owens was far from finished. He kicked out at the last possible second and unleashed a flurry of punches on Orton. In a surprising turn of events, Owens went for the stunner, but Orton reversed him and sent Owens crashing into the turnbuckle. The Viper then climbed to the top rope and hit a devastating elbow drop, leaving Owens dazed and vulnerable. Despite the setback, Owens refused to give up. He kicked out at the last second and unleashed a furious attack on Orton, sending him crashing to the canvas. Owens followed up with a vicious cannonball in the corner, taking out both Orton and the referee. The chaos allowed Owens to gain the upper hand, and he went for the cover, but Orton managed to kick out just in the nick of time. With both wrestlers exhausted, the crowd chanted, "This is awesome!" as they battled back and forth, but Owens refused to back down. He went for another stunner, but Orton reversed it and hit a thunderous dropkick to Owens' face. The impact sent Owens crashing to the canvas, and Orton wasted no time in going for the cover. Owens managed to kick out at the last second, but Orton wasn't deterred. In a classic display of resilience, Orton locked in the elevated DDT, hoisting Owens up for the devastating maneuver. But Owens countered and sent Orton crashing to the canvas with a pop-up power slam. The crowd erupted as Owens went for the cover, but Orton managed to kick out at the last possible second. In a surprising turn of events, Owens went for another stunner, but Orton reversed it and rolled up Owens for a small package. The crowd was stunned as the referee made the 3 count, and Orton emerged victorious. After the match, Owens was furious and attacked the Viper, sending him crashing to the mat. The crowd booed as Owens taunted the fallen champion, refusing to accept his defeat. But Orton was able to regroup and sent Owens packing with a powerful kick to the gut. The Viper then stood tall in the ring, basking in the cheers of the crowd as he celebrated his hard-fought victory. Now let's take a closer look at some of the key moments of this epic showdown. At the outset, Owens wasted no time in attacking Orton's back, targeting the injured area with kicks and punches. The crowd cheered as Owens dominated the early stages of the match, keeping Orton grounded and unable to mount a comeback. As the match progressed, Owens continued to target Orton's neck and back, keeping him isolated and vulnerable. The Viper tried to rally, but Owens cut him off with a vicious cannonball in the corner. The crowd gasped as Owens followed up with a vicious power slam, leaving Orton dazed and confused. In a shocking turn of events, Owens went for the stunner, but Orton reversed it and sent him crashing into the turnbuckle. The Viper then climbed to the top rope and delivered a devastating elbow drop, leaving Owens stunned and vulnerable. Despite being on the brink of defeat, Owens refused to give up. He kicked out at the last possible second and unleashed a furious attack on Orton, sending him crashing to the canvas. The crowd roared as Owens went for the cover, but Orton managed to kick out just in the nick of time. In a surprising turn of events, Owens went for another stunner, but Orton reversed it and hit a thunderous dropkick to Owens' face. The crowd erupted as Orton went for the cover, but Owens managed to kick out at the last possible second. In a stunning upset, Orton locked in the elevated DDT, hoisting Owens up for the devastating maneuver. But Owens countered and sent Orton crashing to the canvas with a pop-up power slam. The crowd went wild as Owens went for the cover, but Orton managed to kick out at the last possible second in a desperate attempt to secure the win. Owens went for another stun, but Orton reversed it and rolled up Owens for a small package. The crowd was stunned as the referee made the 3 count. Orton emerged victorious. So, who do you think had the advantage in this matchup? Let us know your thoughts below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting fights. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
If you're watching my video, please subscribe my channel.